Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a early bite-sized edition. I thought I'd go early because I basically sat down in the chair. I had 30 seconds to go, and I thought it'd be interesting to catch Mick out. If you don't know who Mick is, he guesses the time every week that we're on. So, welcome everybody to the carnage that is 40 Runs and our weekly live stream that we do on a Monday, where we just hang out, talk about running shoes, running, well, whatever you want to talk about. Really, I don't really care. And yes, so that's it. That's me. Whether you're watching this live, that's awesome. Get in the chat, get in the comments, ask away whatever you want to talk about. And if you're listening to this as a podcast, thank you very much for taking us out on your run with you. We really appreciate it. I am back live on Friday's show this week. If you've not seen it, we've scheduled that, and we're going to be talking about Park Run. So make sure you tune in for that. We're going to be discussing Park Run. It's the 20th year of Park Run, and it's been getting a bit of a hard time recently. So we thought we'd talk about it. Now, Mick's just commented, good evening for you, 35 minutes. But Mick, I went early tonight to try and fool you. So does that 35 minutes take into account the fact that I went 30 seconds early? I did that purely to see how you would react, Mick. Just putting it out there. But yeah, so this week. Oh, so tomorrow, just thanks, Gary. Tomorrow, just so you're all aware, the Tuesday video is an embargoed shoe, and that video can't drop until 3 p.m. UK time. Don't ask me why it's 3 p.m. UK time. I guess it's something to do with the US. I've got no idea. But just so you're all aware, tomorrow's shoe is one of the embargoed shoes that we've had. We've still got a couple of other embargoed shoes. But that's another one that's coming out. And that's coming on tomorrow at 3 o'clock UK time. So set your clock watches, or your clocks. I think you'll like that one, actually. I don't know if I meant to say it or not say it. So I'm just not going to say anything. And I will leave it at that. But yeah, that drops tomorrow. So watch out for that one. It's a good shoe, actually. I think you'll like that one. Although the price is a little bit. But so anyway, so that's 3 o'clock tomorrow. On Thursday's video, I think it's a Puma video on Thursday. And Saturday, I will probably film on Friday the More V5 video. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do, unless something comes up. We have got a couple of shoes. I've got a couple of embargoed shoes again. I'm not really sure, but just to give an example, we've got this like Kipren thing here. We ain't rushing out a video like others. We'll do that as and when. And then this is kind of cool. This came in from Start Fitness recently. Look, what do you think of this? I like this colorway. What do you think? It's pretty cool, isn't it? Oh, sorry. So on the podcast, I just held up the Decathlon, the sort of workout shoe, and I'm now holding up a Reebok Floatzig X1, which I really like the colorway, by the way. I think it looks cracking, and I really like the upper. So let me know if you're interested in videos in these. Let me know. But yeah, we ain't rushing them out videos on them. Because I need to put some miles in them, funnily enough. Yeah, and then we've got some other shoes coming your way. Like I said, I've got the V5. We still haven't put out the video on. I'm just going to sip of tea. Hold tight. We still haven't put the video out on the 860 from New Balance. And I still haven't put out the Cloud Monster video. So I've got to do that as well. I filmed both of those. Listen to this. I filmed both of those before I went on holiday. But because of the amount of like embargoed shoes and stuff we've had come in, I've had to sort of knock them back a bit. So they'll come out at some point. And I think that's it. So you're kind of up to speed on the videos, kind of ish. Yeah, I think that's about right. So make sure if you are joining us late that you get into the comments and ask away. I'm here for the next whatever Mick said I am, and I will answer those questions as we get into it. We are nearing the Berlin Marathon, people. So yeah, I've got the ump with Adidas. That's a long story, which we won't get into. But yeah, we're nearing the Berlin Marathon. That's coming. Then we've got the Yorkshire Marathon, which if you haven't seen the Yorkshire Marathon, we're doing a shakeout run. I'm just finalising the finer points of it. You can sign up for it. It's there. And we'll be doing that with Up and Running. But you need to go onto the website, FORDYRUNS.com, and check that out. And actually, while I mention it, if you're looking to train, if you're training for, like, maybe you've got London next year or a marathon or a half marathon next spring, and you want to get involved, like with our performance coaching, get over to FORDYRUNS.com now and get in touch, because we're going to be opening up some spaces for that. So, because as obviously this season ends, the new season will be beginning. So if you want that coaching and the app element, get over to FORDYRUNS.com or send an email to hello@FORDYRUNS.com, and we'll hook you up, because there's going to be some spaces come up on the team. So yeah, get involved in that. If that's too punchy, obviously, in terms of price, then we're partnered with Cooper. So get over to FORDYRUNS.com/Cooper, you get a free trial. So yeah, so that's that. Just reminding me, actually, because I've got to sort that out. Right, so should we get into it? Nice and early. So again, just make sure, if you are joining us a little bit later, I'll mention it once more, but just to tidy things up, get your comments or questions in, whatever you want to talk about. I'm just going to say good evening to everybody. Thank you, everybody, for joining us live. I love the fact that you all tune in live every Monday. It really is super awesome. Keep spreading the word, people. We're trying to get to 22 million subscribers on this channel, which will take a little bit of time if we don't all subscribe. Got it? Okay. Right. So evening. Graham is after a road to trail shoe for a 35 miler. Ooh. That stumped me. Road to trail. That's the thing that stumped me. You need something with a really good outsole, but comfortable at the same time. How bad's the trail? Yeah. Funnily enough, I just saw weirdly a thing come up my feed from Mizuno about a road to trail shoe, Graham. I don't know. I've got no idea what it is. I literally just saw it on my phone. You want comfort? I would want comfort for a 35-mile run, but the trail element sort of throws me out, because otherwise I'd just say like Super Blast or Super Blast for long miles. But sort of road to trail. Maybe it's quite expensive. The stuff from ASICS, that the Meta Fuji, that's it, that I tried, that I've got, the lugs on that, I think from memory they're like 2 to 3. They're nothing of them, but there's something there to sort of hang on. That could be worth a shot, but that's quite a punchy shoe. But that's a cracking shoe. I really like that. Yeah, that's probably not a bad shout, because you'll get the foam in there, which is awesome. You'll get the plate, you'll get the comfort, and you'll get that element of trail. Not a bad shout, Graham. Check out my video. Meta Fuji, it's called. But it's not overly trail. It's like sort of halfway ground. Just an idea. But yeah, if it's, let me know on the conditions, because then you could, because if it's not too bad in terms of trail, you could just go road and get something with a decent outsole, like something like Puma Grip, for example, like a Megamax, Megamax. That's what I should have called it. Okay, let me carry on. Evening all. Watching whilst eating dinner post GRC. Yeah, if you don't know what the GRC is, that's the Global Run Crew. We've got a virtual group of about 1 million of them now. They go out twice a week. They go out and do a virtual run. They get set 4 sessions, which they can pick from. It's all free to join. Just go to FORDYRUNS.com. Okay. What is the purpose of salt sticks? Do they replace gels in the electrolytes, or do they complement them? Okay, so salt sticks is electrolytes, basically, and they are consumable in like tablet form, and they're obviously different quantities depending on which brands you go for and all that sort of stuff. The idea is that they sort of replenish those electrolytes that you're going to be losing. They top it up. It's good to go with gels. So, like, for example, Ben was using them, I think, at 3 miles and then taking a gel at 4 or 5 miles. So, it's like before it, about a mile, and then take the gel. So that's what he was doing. I don't know, people do similar sort of stuff. Depends on the ratios that you work with. They're really good. I've been trialing them in this training block because I'm going to take them to Berlin. I actually ordered some. Funnily enough, actually, they did not come today. Now you've got me thinking. I'll do this live on here while we're doing it. Because I ordered some. They come in like these little foil packets that in my half tights. I run in the Say Sky half tights. You can then just put them in your back pocket, and then it's like I say, it's like a foil packet. You can take them as you need them. Oh, it's arriving 18th to 19th of September. Hopefully that's before the Berlin Marathon. Yeah, and then I can take them out and use them accordingly. But I get the watermelon ones. But yeah, they're great. No issues so far. Touch wood on my tummy or anything like that. And they just replace those electrolytes that you need, but replace it. But the electrolytes you need as you're doing that long run. I'm just gonna have some tea. Hold on. Got a bit of sinusitis this week. My sinuses are in bits. But yeah, so they complement gels. I'd recommend them if you're taking electrolyte drink out with you, not necessarily, but it's something to practice. That's the key. That is the key. Did I get a reply from Great North Run? Yeah, I got a sort of we got a sort of a reply. I gave it to admin. I think she read it out on Friday's podcast. I haven't listened to Friday's podcast. I wasn't on the show. That was in response to the shambles that was the Great North Run. Although some bloke absolutely tried to hammer me today on the comments on the YouTube video. About the only person who didn't think it was a shambles on the comments, and then decided to take a shot at me. But anyway, good for him. Evening, Fordy. This is from Robert. Love the GNR video. Thank you very much. Just watched the Cole running one, and he suggested they should reverse it. So starting South Shields and Engine Central, that would solve any issues. I don't know. It's traditionally been run like that. I have no problem in terms of the way it finishes and stuff like that. And the start was brilliant for years. I just don't understand why they changed it. They also narrowed up the section along the beach, along South Shields. Don't understand why they did that. Who knows? Anyway, so hopefully they take the feedback and they revert back to as it was before, because that was total carnage and unacceptable. So fingers crossed they do that. I mean, it would be interesting. I know they did it. Was it post-COVID or that COVID year when they changed the course and they run around a bit of the town and stuff? For me, the route's iconic. The bits that it goes through, the areas it goes through, the communities that it goes through, the bits on the course that it does. I just kind of like it the way it is. I just wish they hadn't done that to the start. That was all. But yeah, it's still the biggest half marathon in the world, based on the amount of people that have got membership that I've seen today and things like that. I think it's going to continue to be that. I think it's fantastic. Oh, what's this, Mick? Ended up in hospital Friday night, so not run since the Great North Run. Starting to feel better now. Going, I hope you feel better, Mick. Well, doesn't sound good. Hi, evening. I didn't get into the Great North Run next year. I really want to do it. Yeah, there's always charity places. Yeah, if anybody wants to do the Great North Run, it's a good way of getting in. The next question is here. To an everyday runner, how much time difference do you think a super shoe makes over non-plated shoes? Do you feel there are other benefits to have from super shoes, not just time gains? That's a good one, as always, Matt. I think super shoes, and we're talking carbon plated super shoes, I'm guessing. I think super shoes play a role in two aspects. I think. Oh, hang on. Let me just change the. Let's do that. I think they play a role in two aspects. Most importantly, I think there's that placebo effect, and I think you can't underestimate how important that is to any person when they go and do their first race or a big race or whatever. Having confidence and feeling that you've got something special on your feet cannot be underestimated. So I think it's a powerful ally. Yeah, that's what I would say. I would also say that if you can find the right one that works, that's set up for you in terms of your gait, your cadence, your strike of foot, everything, your weight, your height, your gender. I think if you can find one that works, it will add something. But they're all different. Yeah, they all work differently according to you as a runner. The foams are different. The makeups of the foams are different. You've got to remember the carbon plate, the plates placement is different. Look at the edge and look at the sky. Look how some of the plates are carbon infused. Some of the plates are full carbon. Some of them are winged. Some of them, some of them are thinner. Some of them are like cut off at the toes. They're all different. Yeah, and it will be very much down to you as a runner. I remember, was it the Adidas Adizero Pro 1 or Pro 2? I couldn't go on it because the plate, I wasn't exercising the plate enough. So it's very much dependent on the runner. But I do think that if you get the right one, add with the placebo effect, it can be a powerful ally on race day for the everyday runner. Good question, as always. Okay, everyone's getting rejected. Okay. I see Saucony have now released the Tempest II. After your video on them, is it where after watching your video on them? No, I mean, yeah, my video's pretty clear on the Tempest II. I think I pretty much summed that up pretty well, Robert. if you don't know what we're talking about, go and watch it. What's this? How much time could you knock off a GNR PB given the hills? Funny enough, we were talking about this. Oh, what we was actually saying is how much time can you take off your Great North Run time for stopping for a wee, stopping for pictures with policemen, stopping for pints of beer, and just generally cocking about is what we was discussing. But I don't know. Yeah, you could argue if it was flat, take a couple of minutes off and the crowds, and all this sort of stuff. But I wouldn't even second guess it. I would just like take that fitness and go and run a flat course if that's what you want and see what you can do. To be honest, I'll just have a bit of tea. Like my cup. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, that's the thing. How much time? Yeah, obviously hills and stuff. I know where you're going with it, and I know what you're saying, and I don't disagree with you because I said we were talking about the same things. Look at this. Keith Stevens, smash the like button. Remember, smash the like button. Also subscribe. 22 million subscribers we need, because when we get to 22 million subscribers, we're stopping. All right, we're just stopping dead. We're brilliant. Richard, he's loving the Matt Nash question. He's just ordered a pair of Saucony Speed 4s, which Fletch just messaged me and he said he's loving them. He's running. Oh, by the way, is anybody running the Vitality 10K on Sunday? If you're in the US or whatever, there's a big 10K going on in London at the weekend. Sort of the last big 10K in London of the year, I would say. We're there. There's going to be about 1 million 40 runners there, including our volunteers, which are amazing. So, yeah, let us know how you get on with the Speed 4s. Dawson snagged some Super Blast 2s from Sports Shoes this week. Well done. House loving the Yorkshire. Yeah, get involved in the Yorkshire Shakeout Run, the marathons. You don't even have to be running the Yorkshire Marathon, but you want to come along to the Shakeout Run, come along. I love to see you there. Guessing you're not wearing Pro 4s then. Have you decided? Yeah, John, I'm too sensitive about the subject today. It just blows my mind. It just absolutely blows my. It's a story for another day. Oh, here he is. Floating's the new foam, the new setup that's replacing basic float. It's still float ride energy in the heel. He's talking about these Reeboks, by the way. Here, It's carrier foam. It's here. So you've got like this EVA carrier foam there, and then you've got the other foam underneath there. Sandwiched between them's the plate. But yeah, that's the way they've gone. The direction of travel. Graham, it's not drastic. Honestly, I think you'd like that. A6 Meta Fuji. Check out the vid. Asking for a friend. Best shoe for a heel striker. For what? Just running in general. Heel striker. I really think the shoe that comes out tomorrow is not a bad shout because of some of the technology that's in there. Once you see the video, you'll understand why. Although it's not cheap. If they're just looking to cruise about. Robert, any news that there's a Berlin shakeout run? I believe in the runner doing a shakeout run on. I'm going to get the time wrong. I think it's 8 or 8:15 on Friday. I'm not there. They've gone early. I don't want to speak out of turn. They're there with Adidas. Obviously, Adidas, there's a lot of events around the Berlin Marathon. So timing-wise, I don't know why they picked that. That's entirely up to them. I love the guys. So if you're in Berlin Friday and you want to go along to there, then go along to there. That's the thing there. Okay. We're not doing anything on the Saturday as it stands. Yeah, we're not doing anything on the Saturday as it stands. Howdy, Charles. Currently have this is Calby 4. Currently have the 1080 version 12 is my only running shoes. Looking to add something for tempos. Would you go for the Boston 12s or the SL2? Tempo workouts, I go for SL2. They're a lot cheaper. Somebody told me the other day they picked them up for about 70 odd quid on like ASOS or something like that. So have a look for them. Definitely go for them over the Boston 12s. Boston 12s is more of a more versatile shoe. So maybe he was training for, I don't know, a half or something like that. That'd be a good shoe to slot in. I mean, you could use it on tempo workouts, but I think the SL2 just grabs it more because of the price. Okay. Evening, Chris. Slightly annoyed with the Great North Run today. Early ballot entered last week, a membership bought today and got the ballot placed 2 hours later. Trying to get the money back. Okay. Yeah, if you've got the membership, you don't need to enter the ballot. Holland and Barrett do good salt sticks, apparently. Yeah, I get mine off Amazon. Alpha's recommending the Pegasus Trail 5. Very comfortable, apparently. Not tried that. I'm not going to comment on that one. Hang on. There we go. Adidas Pro 4 release date. Yeah, we did a video. We did a podcast live stream about that. So go back and listen to that one on the Adidas Pro 4. I would. Again, very sensitive subject. Steve Essex, Super Blast 2s or Endorphin Speed 4s, 4-hour marathon with mild stability issues. I'll be honest, why not get the Kinvara Pro? It's the sort of best of both of those. I would go Kinvara Pro, and they just got to launch a new colorway, by the way. Yeah, Kinvara Pro for you. I'll leave you Robert and things to check about that. Crack on. Life of a London cabbie. Hey, Chris, it's Danny. I've been running since the pandemic. I've entered into my first ever race, the Saucony 10K Big Half 2025. Do I need to upgrade my Hoka Max 6 to run these races? I think your Max 6 will probably wear out by the time you get to those. So maybe, I don't know how much wear you've got on them, but yeah, I'd maybe add another pair in if you can afford it. If you can't, don't worry about it. But if you can afford it, then yeah, then put something versatile in, like a Speed 4 or something like that. A Saucony Speed 4, something versatile out, Boston 12, Hyperion Max 2, one of those sort of, super trainers that can do a bit of everything, because then you could train them and then racing them, but you can do a bit of maybe a longer mile run if you're doing the big half. Yeah, it's a good point, John. If you reverse the Great North Run course, that steep hill would be a killer, but then the rest of it would be downhill, so that'd be pretty awesome. Oh, well, there we go. It's back in. Laugh at, also, never done. So I thought Saucony Tempe. Yeah, definitely be a good warm up for the big half. Yeah, absolutely. Sort of get your race prepped. Always recommend doing a smaller, not smaller. Saucony 10K is a mass participation event, but like doing a smaller distance, get yourself sort of straight and ready. Understand the sort of nuances of doing a big race before doing a big race. So like having a queue for the toilets, bag drops, all that commotion that goes into big races. But yeah, anyway, good luck. Keep us posted. That'd be awesome. Tom, evening 40. I've always liked Nike as a brand. I'm currently running the Saucony Speed 3. We'll probably go for the Speed 4s, but is there a Nike all rounder that compares? No. Nike shoes, other than the Vaporfly 3 and the Alphafly 3, Pegasus Plus is okay. The rest of them, terrible. Terrible shoes. But no, the Pegasus Plus is all right. I was really surprised by that this year. I thought that was going to be a bag of toilet, to be honest. But no, it's actually all right. But and you're after a super trainer. They do have the Zoomfly 6 coming out, which I've seen many images about. I'm not going to make a video using images off of Instagram, but it's just pointless. The Zoomfly 6 is incoming. Whether that's light enough and exciting enough to compete, and versatile enough, to be honest with you, to compete with your Speed 4s, your Boston 12s, your Hyperion Max 2s, I'm not sure. We'll have to see. I really hope that shoe is good. I really hope that the sort of Pegasus Plus is the start of good things that come from Nike now, because they used to make really good shoes. I don't know what really happened, but yeah, it'd be good if they could do that. So let's hope, let's pray, let's all do a sort of dance for the Zoomfly 6. Pray to the Zoomfly 6 gods that shoe's good. But yeah, so I would avoid Nike for now until they come out. I mean, one suggestion, don't shoot me down, is if you're mainly doing 10Ks, have you thought about getting the Vaporfly 3 on the cheap? Because some of the older colours are a little bit cheaper as like for your racing, and some of those there's some of the racing and your tempo workouts, and hill sprints and basically all those sort of stuff you got to do. Maybe just an idea. Anyway, you crack on. Debs, no, but volunteering Sunday, handing out the t-shirts at the finish line. Look at us. So our team are on t-shirts on Sunday. So make sure when you take a t-shirt, you say thank you very much and give them a hug. Why not, eh? I would definitely make sure you hug a 40 on Sunday, as long as it's not me. So make sure you do that. I will be coming along, Debs, and I'll be looking for my extra small t-shirt. Okay. How much attention do you pay to HRV? None. Mine was low for 3 weeks, but then broke 20 minutes, 5K, then a cracking start to Valencia Marathon. I mean, I'm the the only stat that I really pay any interest in on my watch, and that's just me, is my sleep one. I monitor my sleep. That's the only thing that I monitor. I think it's a very individual thing, but I always worry about the data, how accurate it is. I'm not wearing a heart rate monitor all day. Technically, I am, I suppose, with my watch, but you know what I mean, a proper one. I've been into a lab and had my VO2 max checked and done all this sort of proper, the way they do it. So I take all this data with a pinch of salt. That said, I do monitor my sleep because it's important to me how much rest I'm getting. I just feel I operate better when I'm more rested and have better sleep. So anybody who has ADHD, you'll totally understand in terms of sleeping and the issues that come with ADHD and sleeping. So that's why I monitor my sleep. It's really important for me to try and get as much sleep as possible, especially when I'm coming up to a marathon. Rest and recovery is really key to get you to the start line. I do feel like I am impacted on race day because I struggle to sleep even more than I usually do. Again, that's a byproduct of ADHD. So yeah, going back to your original question, HRV, I don't really pay much attention to it. I mean, what difference is it going to make to me if I go out there and I'm consistent in my running, right? And I do the sessions that I want to do, and I put the efforts in when I need to put the efforts in, and I rest and I recover and I hydrate and I eat better and I go to the gym and I do all that. I know I'm doing a good job. If I'm inconsistent, I'm not getting much sleep, I'm eating crap food, I'm not drinking enough in terms of like hydration, I'm not going to the gym, I'm not doing the strength work, I'm not doing the cardio, I'm not doing the cross training, I'm not doing the conditioning work, I'm not looking after myself, I'm not stretching, then I'm going to be performing badly. My watch doesn't need to tell me that. Make sense? Yes to Vitality Tank at home, but not as hot as the big half. So looking forward to it. Tom, make sure you come to the meetup. There's a meetup. Get in the Facebook group. I've got no idea who it is. Another half coming up on Sunday. Go with the new Adidas Pro 3s out of the box, or my old Pro 3s with the 200 miles. Names pronounced Ruri. Ruri. Thanks, Chris. Oh, okay, cool. Hello, Ruri. I mean, I've run Pro 3s straight out of the box. I ran the Great North Run last year in a pair straight out of the box. I think I might have even run a marathon. No, I didn't. I did do a random. Anyway, yeah, I'll take them out of the box. Crack on. Let us know how you get on. Apart from the drop differences, can you tell me the difference between the Adrenaline GTS and the Glycerine GTS? It's just the makeup. It's the makeup of the shoe, really. It's a. I'll be honest with you. I'm not really. I've got to be very careful. I'm not really sure why you need one over the other. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's. I'm trying to. Firstly, I think the Adrenaline doesn't look very good, and secondly, because compared to the Glycerine, and I know it's. I think it's a little bit more set up for more maximum stability. I might be wrong, but I think it is towards the sort of more stability sort of runner, where the Glycerine has the GTS element to it, either the glide rails to add some stability, offering to that lineup. Although that's a neutral shoe, as I understand it. But I just the Adrenaline, it's too much of a blurred line between the two. Does that make any sense? Yeah, I don't know. I just don't really get why. I think you either. I mean, maybe because, but you either have one or the other. Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I'm not. It's very hard. I get a bit. With stability shoes, you start me off now. I think with stability shoes, they are important. They're really really important. But I think you do need them. Yeah. Okay. So don't be made absolutely clear. But I think some of them, there's almost too much stuff in them. It's like they've over-engineered it. If you spent a bit of time in the gym and strengthened and stuff like that, that could offset some of the need for some of that harder stability. Does that make any sense? Again, I'm not saying you go and run in a neutral shoe, but it's almost like they go too far with some of the stability. Yeah, I mean, you might disagree. That's a question and answer. And I just think, by the way, I do think the Adrenaline looks like what Brooks used to be like in 1980s. If you look what's coming, I hope and I'm sure that the new stuff is going to look a lot better. Got some meta speed skies for Valencia. One long run before, a little bit more running in them. Yeah, just do one long run in them. Maybe one long run, a few strides at the end, and maybe like a 30-minute workout or something. We've got a sports tour shakeout at Berlin on Saturday morning with a bobble hat. Maybe a bit warm for that. Sports tour shakeout runs. Yeah, I think there is the option of doing that. I'm not overly fussed, but that's because I'm miserable. I'll be honest with you, I've sort of checked out of doing them. These shakeout runs have turned into, and this is someone who does them, by the way, but it's not about getting together and it's all about social media. And again, this is pot kettle so badly. This is me, okay? So, but they're going too far away from what they're meant to be, which is getting people together Saturday, calming some of those nerves down, connecting with other runners who are probably going to be on course with you, sharing some stories, meeting some people, and going out. It's turning into total circus. And I'm not up for that. Even though, again, I'm somebody who does them. Hence, I'm organising the Yorkshire Marathon Shakeout Run. It's going to be a small affair, okay? It's not going to be anything crazy. How durable is Vaporfly Zoom X versus Adidas? I would say the Adidas is more durable than the Vaporfly. Although, yes, I would say so. Yes, based on my Vaporflies, which wore out on the hill quite quickly. I like the Vaporfly, by the way. Richard Fletcher, Fletcher's bring on vitality. See you there, big boy. I've heard some pretty good things about the New Balance. Yeah, video's ready to go. It's filmed. I just haven't put it out. It's a great stability shoe, mild stability shoe. And again, going back to my point on the stability element, I think it's a good shoe in terms of that sort of. It's not over the top in terms of the stuff they've thrown in it as a stability shoe. How does it compare to solid options? It's got a lot more. It's got a lot more bounce. It just feels a little bit more energetic. And yeah, you just get a nice ride. It doesn't feel as firm as the GT2000. I must get the video out because it's a good shoe. That is. Still on the search for top end shoes. Type of shoe. Got a pair of Takumi Sen. Unfortunately, that sizing got me again and it has to go back. Any other suggestions? Workout shoes. Try the Hyperion 2. If the Takumi Sen's not working for you. Got Manchester Marathon booked for it. This is your warning, by the way. Get your questions in. I'm calling it in a minute. Got Manchester Marathon booked for next year. Wondering which shoe to go for both training and race. They can't decide between Boston 12s, DVA Nitro 3s, or Nova Blast 4. I would go for the Brooks Hyperion Max 2. I would, out of all of them. Steve, we're not talking about it. It's too sore a subject at the moment. The only thing you need to count is your blessings for every day you can run. There you go. Bang on. Sleeping with ADHD is exhausting. I wake up several times a night. Never been able to improve. So, do you have any tips? I'm the worst person, but you can understand. Apart from staying off your phone an hour before you go to bed. Matt Nash takes zinc and magnesium tablets. Maybe worth a try. There we go. Okay. Calvin, for how many pairs would you say is a good number for a running shoe rotation? I would say, look, you only need one pair of shoes, right, to go out and run. In an ideal world, 3 shoes, I think is the winning number. I think you have a sort of like, and I've got the whole. And let me get rid of the question. I'm holding like the Kipren shoe up, right? So like a workout shoe, yeah, workout shoe, nice and light, nothing, no bells and whistles. It's got Peter Ben phone in it, so you get responsiveness, no plate in here, old school, off you go, right? Then you get something like training, maybe the odd race day, super trainer. So we've got some foams in here. We've got 2 foams in here and a carbon plate actually, but nice upper. I'm holding up the float zig, by the way, the X1. So like a super trainer kind of shoe, sits in the middle, can do a lot of the sort of daily stuff, but can also go long. And it can just basically do a bit of everything, but can take you into race day. So it can do a bit of everything, okay? And then, I haven't got one up here, but like a race day shoe. You could switch out your workout shoe for like an easy recovery shoe, like a New Balance More V5, Mag Max, shoe that comes out tomorrow at 3 o'clock on this YouTube channel. Something like that to mop up some miles. Could choose something like that, or or a more daily focused shoe. But I think 3 is the number. But bear in mind, you're in for 300 quid there. And that's getting 3 cheap shoes. It's a lot of money, isn't it? But then I suppose one bike costs you about 10 grand. I want to replace my Nova Blast 3s, but want to try something new. SL2 or Rebel 4. I'd probably go Rebel 4. Are purely easy runs with occasional long. I'd go and get the Hyperion Max 2. Okay, moving down. Have you heard about... Oh. Okay, these are just last stuff from Charles, from Alf, who's eyeing up Manchester next year. Look at that. We've brought it to a close. Look, thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate it, as always. Tuning on a Monday live. Show only works because you guys come along and hang out with me. And we get to talk about stuff, which is kind of awesome. Next week, I'm here on Monday, which is the week of the Berlin Marathon. Can you believe it? I've got the Vitality 10K on Sunday. Hopefully I get to see a lot of you. If you see me, come up and say hello. If you see me on course, make sure you say hello as well. And it'd be good to see you there. And then if not, as I said, we've got the Berlin the following week. But yeah, that's it for this week. Again, don't forget, we've got a video that's coming out tomorrow that's slightly delayed because there's an embargo on it. It drops at 3 o'clock. And then on Thursday, we've got a Puma video, which I think you guys will like. And then if I can get my arse into gear, we will do the New Balance V5, more V5 video. Try and get that out if possible. We may drop that because I'm checking on another embargo that's due to lift any time, but I'm not sure. Thanks, Charles. I'm not sure what what date that is because that's moving. So we may have another embargo video drop as well. So it's all go as always. If you haven't joined 40 Runs Running Club, it's free. Join 40runs.com. Again, like I said, make sure you get over to the coaching if you want to take advantage of our coaching. We will be opening that up now. The sort of autumn season's coming to a close-ish, kind of. There will be spaces on the team. So if you were interested in that, email hello@40runs.com. The results have been incredible. I'm really proud of the work that we're doing with so many runners. So that's awesome. So if you want to get faster, or you just want to get more consistent, you just want to enjoy your running, or you've got a specific, race or goal in mind, then get involved. Drop us an email, hello@40runs.com. But yeah, okay, guys, that's it. Thanks again for hanging out with me tonight. I shall see you all on Friday on the live stream. We're talking about park run. Are people falling out of love with park run as it becomes 20 years old? So should be a good topic. So join us live on Friday at 7 o'clock. But yeah, thanks very much, guys, for all the support as always. Remember, we're trying to get to 22 million subscribers, which is some feat, isn't it? I'll see you all later.